Disclaimer, you're going to be pissed off, okay? You will be pissed off, and I am kind of sorry for that, but I kind of have no choice here. Yo, do you play FIFA 22? Yeah. Is your team bang average? You absolute pathetic piece of... You're saying that to the viewers? No, obviously. Ah, okay. I mean you. Do you face teams like this?
You can't keep getting away with it!
Do you know there's a way to get coins? Why are you shouting at me? Then go to userbuy.com for the cheapest and most reliable place to buy your coins on FIFA 22. Link is down below in the description, and also use code Vizeh at checkout to get a discount. Welcome lads to another video on the channel. Welcome to ranking every single UK derby, and this is going to be quite a long one, I think. I don't know, depends how easy I think this is. The historical value of the derby, how intense it is, how big it is, how competitive it is as well, because sometimes it's just one massive one-sided derby, Bristol Derby. The issue with derbies is that every single fan of their football club thinks that their derby is the best derby. It may be absolutely nowhere near to the main neutral population, but in their mind, it is a be-all and end-all. So that's why this is tough, because no matter where I put it, unless it's at the top, you are going to be pissed off. Because to you guys, if you're, let's say, a Norwich or Ipswich fan, your East Anglia Derby is a be-all and end-all. But for the rest of the country, no one's that fussed, and no one's really that up for watching the next East Anglia Derby. Tell me down below in the comments what is, for you, the best top 3 derbies in the UK. The bottom 3 worst derbies in UK. So then people can also laugh at you alongside laughing at me. So smash the like button and also subscribe if you're new, and let's go. Okay, we're now here on twitch.tv. This is my plan here, right? If I have the help of my viewers, we got over 150 viewers here. If I have these guys tell me what to do as well as my own opinion, then you guys cannot purely blame me. This is a tactical analysis here that I will purposely use these people as my escape route, so that if you're pissed off at me, don't blame me, blame my viewers, okay? So this is the list of all of the derbies that I've gotten. Now, by the way, I will say, there isn't every single derby possible. The only derby that I think is missing here that I would probably want to count in is the Exeter Plymouth Derby. So people are saying, oh, where's Hull v Leeds? Where's Leicester v Forest? Where's Forest Green Rovers v Cheltenham? I don't know. There's people will say, oh, where's this derby? For me, this is the best variety of all the main derbies. There may be one or two that maybe could be missing out another day, but I would say potentially these are all the main derbies possible, other than maybe Exeter Plymouth Derby, right? So this is a good variety. So let's go into the categories here of why I've ranked it like this. So there's pure hatred, which is like the be-all and end-all, okay? So I'll make it easy for you guys straight away. Celtic Rangers in there, boom. Okay, start away with that so that we know that we're off to a good start. Easy, all right, simple. The best derby in UK, simple as that. Now, of course, there's pure hatred, but then there's great viewing, which is like a derby that we all look forward to. We all would, when it's on TV, you want to go and watch a derby. Okay, it's always one of the most watched ones. But it may not be on the pure like hatred level, for example. I don't know. I thought you want to rank it. And there's class, which is again, like a class derby, decent watch, one that you can watch and that it's nice and there's a bit of spice to it. Then there's kind of the not bothered, which like if it's on TV, you wouldn't really go out of your way to watch it or barely even notice that it's even happened. And then there's meh, which probably should be in its own tier. Too, I think meh is probably for like a derby which like no one would really care if it's even a derby or like doesn't even count as a derby. So there you go. Now the thing is, right, again, I'm seeing Hibs Hearts is pure hatred for the same reason as Glasgow Derby. That's the thing. That's the issue, because you're a Hibs fan, right? You will think that your derby is the be-all and end-all for you, but for the rest of the country compared to the other derbies, people won't see it the same way. So I got Hibs fans here saying that that's pure hatred, that should be in top level. I don't know if it should be. Let's begin. Let's go. So start off with a bit of an out there one, which is the Wimbledon MK Dons derby, right? I saw the derby this year. Wimbledon MK Dons, for me, it's relatively, I kind of don't mind it. It's a decent watch. I'm not too, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, but I kind of like the fact that because of the derby of how it's formed, I kind of have a bit, people won't be bothered, and I get that completely. However, because of the way how the derby was formed, it kind of adds that extra spice to it for me. It really does. It adds that extra spice to it that because of the fact that, you know, they literally stole their football club. I like to pay attention to that because there is a bit of a derby there. There is a bit of a spice there because of the reason why is that it is very much like you literally stole our football club. You know what I mean? So I like that for that reason. Arsenal Spurs. Oh, God. I mean, off the pure... My first thought is great viewing. My first thought process is great viewing. Is it pure hatred? And I think it is. But I don't know. I'm between great viewing and pure hatred. Because again, this is what I must say. If you're an Arsenal fan or Spurs fan, then obviously this is for you the be or an end all. Obviously. The only issue with these big top six derbies is that because they get so big that because of the plastic side of some fan bases, which I don't think they are too plasticky when it comes to Spurs and Arsenal. They aren't that plasticky in comparison to Man United. Is that I kind of think there's still a good amount of spice there. I remember on Twitter the amount of jokes and banter, I call it banter loosely. It was very much abuse, that they were throwing, and very, very bad abuse they were throwing to each other. I gotta rate it a bit more high than I usually did. From what I've seen in the last derby or two, I don't know, I kind of want to put it in pure hatred because the jokes that I was seeing was beyond. Okay, so here's an example. Here's a tweet that I saw by an Arsenal fan. Someone said that, can the away end that went to the last game, the one at Tottenham Stadium, can the away end bring magnets so that they can attach Ryan Mason to the away end? I swear to God I saw that tweet. I don't agree with that tweet, but I saw that flying around. And it was a ton of tweets in that kind of nature. And I was just there fucking hell, man. Okay, there's Watford v Luton. I'll be honest, I never really knew this was a derby. I didn't really know this was really a derby. I think in grand scheme of things, if we're ranking all these derbies together, I would put it in a not bothered. If we've got to put, 2 or 3 of these derbies in a not bothered, I would say that this has to be not bothered. Swansea versus Cardiff. The South Wales Derby. I'm thinking for Swansea v Cardiff, my first thought process is class. I like watching it, but I don't know why, but I feel like there's not that much of a beef to it, to what I thought there would be. I don't know. For me, it's in class. In that country, this is the main derby, so I would want to put it a bit higher. But from what I've seen from the last couple of years, from when I've watched it, I've not really got that. I will watch it, but from when I have watched it, I've not necessarily been blown away with insane intensity or aggression or, some mad game. Stoke versus Port Vale. I'll be honest here, lads. I just kind of think it's not bothered. It's it's kind of unfair because I feel like it's very, very one-sided in terms of the fact that Stoke is so far ahead in terms of how good they are in comparison to Port Vale. Something has to be in meh. So what would be in meh? Would this be in meh? I think it would. If something has to be in meh, I think this would be the one. I think. Because I really just... Yeah, probably because the game never really happens. I'm sure that when it does happen, it'd be massive for Port Vale fans. And Stoke made us see it as a fun day out. That's kind of how I perceive it, really. Let's go for the Sheffield Derby, yeah? Sheffield, Wednesday, v Sheffield United. Is it Steel City Derby? The Steel City Derby. Instantly, I think it's great viewing. That's my first thought process. We're seeing class. No lower than great viewing, class. I think my first thought is it's in great viewing. It has been a good length of time since they last played, but there is definitely hatred there. But he's the one that goes to it, so he knows what's going. That you say that, and I get that, but every single fan can say that about their own derby. A Hibs fan can say it's pure hatred because that's what they see. If we're going to take just a fan's perspective of it, which is obviously going to be at the highest level, then we're going to put everything in pure hatred, right? Everything must go in there. And this will go on YouTube, yes. For me, I think it's fair to put in great viewing because we can't put everything in great viewing, but I do rate the derby a lot. Let's go on to what I think would be a bit of a heated one, I think. Depends who's in the stream. But Liverpool v Man United, man, I just don't vibe with it anymore. I feel like I think it's too overhyped. Like, for me, it's in the class. But, like, honestly, man, I just feel like it's so overhyped that when you actually watch the game, it's just fucking dead. Or it's just so one-sided. Like, I don't know, man. The thing is, you say pure hate. But because the only issue is because with how large the fan bases are, because of how kind of plasticky it can get. If you're a pure Mancunian, you're a pure Scouse, then of course this would be pure hatred, and I get that completely. But it's weird. It depends who you ask. I feel like it depends who you ask. From a pure neutral perspective, you watch the game, I kind of feel like it's just kind of... Like, my best way that I can compare it is that when you watch it on TV, because, you know, if you're a neutral, right, you're not going to the game, of course, because you're not a Man U fan or Liverpool fan. You watch it and you see, like, the Man U fans or the Liverpool fans, like, recording, like, and taking photos with the opposition players. I've seen that. Remember seeing that famous, that, like, very well-known video? I will go off what the chat says, right? So I see class, great viewing, class, great viewing, class, pure hatred, decent watch, great viewing, great viewing, great viewing. I'm going to stick with great viewing. I will stick with great viewing, okay? I'll stick with that. And the reason why is that because below great viewing, I'll put the Man City, Man U Derby. Yeah. I'll go with that. I'll put Liverpool, Man U in a great viewing, and then I'll put the City, Manchester United Derby in class. I think that's how I'm going to rank it, right? Because I think with Man City, Man United, is that, of course, for City, it's their main derby. It is, and there is definitely a lot of that. I like the banter between Man City and Man United. However, my only thing that I have is that I've actually been to a Man City, Man U derby, and I remember being outside Old Trafford, and I remember seeing, literally about 30, 40 City fans. I was doing a video of Squawker, so it was like I went outside the ground with, like, I think it's like, do you know ball? How well do you know your club? You'll see it on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube now, and it was like 40, 30 Man City fans outside Old Trafford, all singing anti-Manchester United chants, and they just walked through. Like, I'm not saying people should fight. I'm saying banter back and forth, chant back and forth. Hey, God, wanker, can you? A bit of banter back and forth. If it's chanting or saying off, whatever else. But it was just silence. It was just them just singing anti-Man U chants in the centre of Old Trafford, essentially, and no one batted an eyelid. And I was just there thinking, all right. And I was at the game. I was in the Old Trafford seats, just me and the lad I was recording with on Squawker, because he got me tickets. Like, all right, sure, I'll go to the game. Sure, why not? I was working. And then, like, the Man U fans just weren't up for it at all. But the reason why is because they were so far behind City in terms of how, like, they knew they were going to lose, essentially, that it kind of felt like it just kind of just didn't feel like that much to me. I'm going to probably annoy you guys here, right? The Palace versus Brighton derby, people really like to meme on it. I actually quite rate it. I put it in class. Maybe because I know quite a few, like, Palace fans and Brighton fans. I know quite a lot of them. When I watch it, it's usually good games. It's usually good banter. And it's usually quite fierce. I've seen videos from a few, like, I've seen a lot of that, actually. I kind of think it's a lot better than what people think. And I get why you may think it's just not in meh or not bothered. And I kind of was in the same opinion. But when I've watched it, I kind of really rated it. I think that it's good. I need your guys' help with this one. Southend versus Colchester. I'm going to go for you guys, because I've not really noticed this derby at all. Wait, what? Wait. I've just seen something that may put it higher up. Here we go. Southend fan who attacked Colchester United supporters. The fan ran over to the fans. The bloke literally sprinted across the pitch to the away fans and just started decking them. The guy just ran over to the away and just to fight with them. Alright, my mind's changed here, boys. Put it in pure hatred. Let's go, boys. You just see him run across the pitch there, and this goes on to stop fucking punching them. Oh my goodness. It's one man against, like, 1,000 of them. I rate it for that reason alone. I mean, I don't know. Should I put it in class? That's the thing. No one's really gone out their way to really watch it. So, I mean, class or decent watch. You know what? For pure football heritage, for that one alone, it's going in class. There you go. If you've seen a fan sprint across the pitch, go deck fans. One man against 1,000. That man's deserved that for that alone. That's football heritage right there. We got Dundee. Let's throw in a Scottish one here. The Dundee Darby. Can't lie, I do not know much about it. So any Scottish lads in here, give me a bit of help here if you can. Everyone's saying decent. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about it. I really don't. So everyone's saying decent. I'll put it on decent. Okay, if you're a Dundee fan or Dundee United fan, I'm sorry, but there you go. Okay, let's do the East Anglia Derby, right? I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like people have already made up their minds to this derby. It's a weird one because Norwich are so far ahead right now in terms of right now how good they are. That it's really, really hard to really call it because like it is very one-sided. I don't think it's as bad as what people like to make it out. Like I don't think it's that bad. And if it's on TV, I would watch it. So I would put it in like the decent watch. Because everyone knows it. Like with Watford and Luton, most people don't really know that it's that's even a derby. But at least everyone knows that the East Anglia Derby is at least a derby. At least most people know that's a derby, right? Most people know about it. Not many people really even knows about, Watford v Luton. So I think a lot of people really think that it's like low tier. And I get the reason why, because, we've seen the photos of the fans, barely even be like segregated. But I think putting it in decent is fair enough. The South Coast Derby. Portsmouth versus Southampton. And you know what? I think this is the thing, right? I would put it in great viewing. I really would. I want to. Issue is, it's because of how... The issue is, it's because of how far apart they are in the last decade, I think, of how good they are. It's very one-sided to Southampton. But I've seen the Copper 90 documentary on it, and I really rated it. I was like, you know what? There's actually a lot more to this than I really knew. And I really did like it. But because, there's like the 4-0 Carabao Cup game, it's just like so like one-sided. But in terms of the actual history between these two, I'll say it's in great viewing. I put Pompey, Southampton in great viewing. However, it's just because the fact that it doesn't happen as much and because of how one-sided it is, that may be also a big reason of why most people may not really care about it. But yeah, I'll put Pompey, Southampton in great viewing because I think I've seen the history of it and I kind of rate it a bit. Let's put one in pure hatred. I think there's really nothing that can really, the Second City Derby, simple. Birmingham Villa, Bromley Villa, easy. Right? Easy. Like it's easy. Someone said it's a great viewing. Someone said it's best in England by far. I really do rate it. The only thing is that because Birmingham are they're a bit far off. There's not really many more derbies in UK. So in England, that means in England that I look forward to the most when it comes to Birmingham Villa. This is the one which I look forward to the most. I mean, people may be like, why am I putting Arsenal Spurs? And I think a lot of people like to say, if it's top 6, therefore it can't be pure hatred. And I get that because everyone, if it's top 6, you feel like there's not really that pure hatred there because the fact it's top 6. But in recent months and years, I kind of been rating the Arsenal Spurs derby a bit more. So that's why I put it in the pure hatred, which I think I usually would have done beforehand. Let's go with, up next, Everton Liverpool. Everton-Liverpool. You know what? I can't... No, it's great viewing. The reason why is that I can't put it in the same category as Palace-Brighton. Like, I can't put it in the same category as Palace-Brighton. That's my main reason, right? So, Everton-Liverpool, it's in great viewing. It's if I put Pompey Saints up there, then I've got to put it there. Because when you see the banter back and forth, Scousers are funny. They really are funny, and I love the banter that comes between both those fans and Derby Day, because Everton fans just don't care, and I rate that massively. So for me, it's in great viewing, quite comfortably, I think. Oxford v Swindon. I honestly, lads, you guys help me out here. I don't really know about this derby. I'll tell you, I don't. In the same kind of category as Colchester v Southend. If I can see a video of an Oxford fan running to the away end, then that may change my mind. Give me a second. I mean, I'll be honest here, I've not seen the Oxford Swindon Derby, and I've not seen a video of a fan decking an entire away end. So, it's not bothered. I'm so sorry.
Cheers, Jeff.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And Fulham v Chelsea, I mean, that's the most meh of the meh derbies. A Fulham derby. Oh, God. Get the clappers out, boys. Yo, don't get Fulham fans angry. They'll throw Victoria sponge cake at you. And maybe a bit of cups of caviar. There you go. No, to me, I like Fulham because they own that Tory stereotype. They own it. I rate that for that reason alone. But yeah, Fulham v Chelsea, it's just like, you know what I mean? Bristol Derby. Bristol Derby. Again, it's in kind of the same category as, because Bristol City, I've seen the head-to-head. It's so one-sided for Bristol City. Like, they are so far ahead in terms of how the competitive aspect to it. And the issue is, again, it's the same kind of thing that, because it's been such a long time since it last happened, it's, again, hard to really judge what it is nowadays. In my mind, I'm thinking class or decent watch. And I can't really put it in the same category as decent watch because that's where the East Anglia Derby is. So, I'll say it's in class. Let's do Forest Derby. Forest Derby.
Cheers, Jeff.
I think it has been great viewing. Great view. I wouldn't put it in the pure hatred, but I think it's comfortably great viewing. For me, I mean, it's comfortably great viewing for Forest v Derby. It's one that, like, when it's happening, I look forward to watching the game. West Ham v Millwall. West Ham v Millwall is a derby. Like, it's really weird because it's been such a long time. Like, everyone goes for pure hatred. Like, it's pure hatred. It's pure hatred. And because it's been such a long time since we've actually seen it, it's like, I kind of think, like, when it does happen next, do I think that it's going to kick off? And I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that it will kick off. Like, I've got absolutely no, in my mind, I just think that when it next happens, I think that it will be a absolute carnage. The thought of this, like, I think most people in the country, they kind of can't wait for these guys to play against each other again to see what will happen. Preston v Blackpool. Okay, so it's like the cute younger brother to the Burnley Blackburn derby. It's like the cute younger brother to it. Growing up, I didn't actually know that Preston v Blackpool was even like a derby. Because I thought that Preston's derby was actually Burnley. Because I don't think these two really faced each other that much when I was growing up. So I didn't even really notice it until the last couple of years. And we might as well do Blackburn-Burnley here. I'm a Burnley fan. Of course, it's pure hatred for me. But to the rest of the country, let's say that it's on TV. And it will be on TV next season, of course, because we're now down in the Championship. Aye, boys. So you guys, as you guys are mostly neutrals, you guys tell me. Okay, you guys tell me, how do you see Burnley-Blackburn? Issue is, can I put in the same tier as Palace and Brighton?
Cheers, Jeff.
There we go. And great viewing wins! It's a great viewing. 31 votes to 48. There you have it. Okay, it's done. Decided. There you go. We'll be on a low tier great viewing. We've just got promoted today, lads. Okay, and then I put Blackpool Preston in class. That's fair. All right, let's move on. Okay, Chelsea Spurs. You know what? For me, Chelsea Spurs is great viewing. I actually quite enjoy. I look forward to the Chelsea Spurs game. I really do. I think it's actually really enjoyable. When I watch it, I actually think it's quite a good game. And then there's Arsenal Chelsea. Again, I actually think it's nice. I really do rate Arsenal Chelsea. Like, a lot of people just shit on top six fans, saying that, okay, well, it's just awful because it's top six. But I put Chelsea Arsenal with Chelsea Spurs. I put that
Cheers, Jeff.
Good level to each other. This is a weird one. Man U Leeds. United and Leeds. Where would you put this? Like, it's in class minimum, right? Easily. But in great viewing, it's not in decent watch. It's minimum in class. It's a class derby. Minimum. But it's a tough one. You guys put in comments, great viewing or class. Pure hatred. It's hatred for, again, that's the thing. I can't put a derby in pure hatred if it's not even the biggest derby for both teams. It can't be in pure hatred. It's pure hatred for Leeds. It's not pure hatred for Man United in the same way. I don't think so. They literally hate each other. Again, if you ask any United fan, what's your main derby? Liverpool. Simple as that. So what we're saying, but it's great viewing of class. No, again, I feel like I can't put it in the same tier as Palace and Brighton. I don't think I can. Can I do that? Class. Has to be class by now. Class. Okay, a lot of people saying class. Okay, don't blame me, blame my chat. 4 more left here. We got the Edinburgh Darby, right? Hearts v Hibs. I know that there's a Hibs fan here that's been waiting for the entire stream to give his opinion, okay? And I don't really know too much, right? There you go. The Edinburgh Darbies are not a great viewing or decent watch. My first thought process is class, but I've seen a few of these. It's the second biggest derby in Scotland, right? You know, behind Old Firm, it's usually a pretty watch. Right, we've got literally a Hibs fan here say it's usually a watch. So, there you go, class. Simple as that, there you go. He puts it in class. So there you go, he's literally a Hibs fan. So, don't blame me, blame your own people. There you go. Okay, Wolves v West Brom. Okay, there you go. We got ourselves here, the Black Country Derby. I kind of vibe with it. I kind of like the kind of vibe that these two have with each other. But I kind of want to put it in great viewing. When the derby happened last year, I looked forward to it, but it was kind of hard because the fact that there was no fans in grounds because of COVID. So that was really annoying to me. The fact there was no fans inside grounds, that really annoyed me because I really, really wanted to see what would happen with these two in an actual derby. I put up the Limerick versus Cork Derby, and the only thing I have is whatever their sport is. So that's in there. It's not even the biggest derby in that sport. It's not even the biggest derby when it comes to the football being the main sport. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. And then Newcastle Sunderland. I mean, it's easily pure hatred. There you go. Easily. That's not even like a doubt. Time with Derby, it's going to be in pure hatred. That's easy. That's like, when it comes like, Second City Derby, that's just comfortable for me. Of course, I'm not going to please everyone. There will be someone annoyed. But that's where I've put the Derbies here. I think it's a bit different to what I had last time. Of course, I'm going to be a bit biased to the Burnley Blackburn. But hey, the chat decided, right? The chat did decide, okay? So I gave the chat the poll. You guys said great viewing. There you go. Okay, I gotta listen to them, right? So, yeah, I'm sure, again, I gotta say here that I know that if you are a fan of like Bristol City or Swansea or Leeds or Brighton or Christ, like Norwich, right, that you guys will see your derby as a be-all and end-all, right? But this is from not just my opinion, but also a lot of other people as well. So don't blame me, blame them as well, please. So thank you for watching. Tell me for you, what is your top 3 derbies in UK and your bottom 3, or give me that your most underrated derby that you think people don't really pay enough attention to, such as maybe Pompey Saints or maybe even Palace v Brighton. Give me your underrated derby, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Stay safe.